Time for a favorite segment here on Business Equity and Opportunities, our success story. It starts with two teenagers identifying a need. They start to service that need. Word spreads. More people want the service. Teens realize they're onto something. So after some time in the military, the friends decide to start their own business, renting jet skis. Like many young minority entrepreneurs, they found the seas of small business choppy at times, competitor or two in the waters too, but they're managing adversity and jet skiing toward success.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Success Story.
We are Jet Ski Indy. We are Indianapolis's first jet ski delivery service that is based on deliveries. So we service all of the DNR lakes here in the state of Indiana. So we deliver jet skis, so you book with us on our website or over the phone, and then you schedule your drop-off location, and then we bring the skis to you at that location. It's nice because we're able to offer full-day rentals, hourly rentals, and even multi-day packages, so we're pretty different compared to other traditional jet ski rentals.
We kind of grew up together. Our families were very close. They're both from a small country in Africa called Zimbabwe. So, we stayed together when I was maybe 5, Golden was 6, all the way up to our early teens. And then we got separated after some time. But when I entered high school and Golden was already in his freshman year, then our families moved closer together here in Indianapolis. And that's when we kind of reconnected and had the idea of Jet Ski Indy. The company was started by us in the middle of 2021, late 2021. And the idea stemmed from us having this big body of water here, but not really having the means to explore it. So, and the reason we couldn't explore it is because in order to rent here, you have to be 25 years or older, which we weren't and are still not. So I ended up buying a jet ski together, a cheap one. It was like a 1996 Yamaha Wave Runner. And after purchasing it, we saw how much people enjoyed it and thought, we can do something with this.
Our biggest problem when it came to starting this company was trying to figure out how to get on this body of water. So we purchased our skis, got our operational stuff in order, and we were actually set to launch on Geist Reservoir last year, but we weren't able to get that contract fulfilled with our local marina just due to some regulations and things that they had going on, so they weren't able to help us. So that's kind of where we hit a pivot with our company. So instead of just being based on one lake here in Indianapolis, we thought, we're like, hold on, why don't we try to service the greater Indianapolis area and Indiana as a state as a whole? So we kind of shifted over to the delivery aspect of jet ski rentals, and that's what's been working for us since. So that's kind of where we've been shifting towards.
We had the idea to go for DNR and any public body of water rather than private, just because of the incident here with Geist. They didn't want people renting on it because it was private, and so we understood that, and that's when we said, okay, we have to make a pivot to be able to accommodate those rules, but also still be able to provide this opportunity. So with the public bodies of water and the DNR, we had to purchase DNR passes, so we have access to all those statewide parks and bodies of water. With us being a delivery-based service, we kind of had to just make sure that our pricing and everything was at least like within market for other jet ski rentals, while also being able to make sure that we're profitable as well. So since we're still smaller, we're not taking any of our profits currently. We're putting all that back towards the company since we still have payments and stuff to make. We have fuel to pay for to get to all these places and outreach and do things of that nature. But we've just been growing, and between the two skis that we have, we're able to, keep our overhead costs, down to a minimum. So we're good for the next year. So we're getting ready to figure out when we want to wrap up for the season. But the next steps are to go ahead and start figuring out expansion and going that way. Everything since we started the company has been 100% either us reaching in our pockets for it or, trying to find things to sell to make up money to make payments and, rentals as well. We're currently working on the Find Your Wave initiative. That's our slogan. It's Jet Ski Indy, Find Your Wave. And our purpose behind that is it goes beyond just being out in the water. It's just being able to find your wave in life. So our goal is to help other young entrepreneurs to be able to find those resources, and we can be able to mentor them and show them the roads and the avenues that we went through starting our business to be able to help them to be able to pursue their hobbies and turn them into careers if they so choose. So our next goals right now is to, one, expand our company and be able to purchase more units. So
we decided to go ahead and start a GoFundMe page for our company. Like, it's just through our website, so we can be able to raise funds for increasing the number of units in our fleet, while also being able to start on this other project so we can start helping other entrepreneurs as well.
So at first it was a struggle, and we ran into a lot of obstacles that we could have avoided if we had a little more knowledge. But now that we've got things going, we've reached to like a lot of friendly communities of entrepreneurs and business owners and people who, you know, rent other like boats or PWCs on the water. And, you know, they've given us a lot of advice, and we've taken that, and, you know, we're growing from that.
To me, success is just putting your mind to anything you choose to do, and really make sure that you're enjoying what you do. Like, I think for the two of us, we have so much fun getting to visit all the different bodies of water across the lake, and really just get to be our own bosses and really just shape the narrative for the book that we're writing. And our story isn't close to being over with Jet Ski Indy and the projects that we want to do with this, since we have such big dreams and aspirations for it. So we plan to just pursue it full on and try to become as successful as we can be while having fun. Although we have Jet Ski Indy, we're both in college, we're both in school full time, because we have other things that we want to pursue as well. Like for me, I'm public health pre-med at the University of Kentucky, and I'm going into my senior year, and I want to be able to bridge the gap between healthcare and entrepreneurship to bring resources and job opportunities to a lot of the people that need them in rural communities in different areas. So I feel like with Jet Ski Indy in particular, this has really helped me get the foot in the door and get the experience that I need when it comes to operations, launching a company, figuring out budgeting, logistics, all the nitty gritty, like down to what color should we make the website. You know, so a lot of those things have really helped me to grow in the aspect of just business. But as soon as I'm done, I go through medical school. I want to be able to change the narrative for a lot of places within Indiana, back in Kentucky where I go to school, and overseas in Zimbabwe where we come from. Yeah,
and for me, I go to school at the University of Cincinnati. I'm doing computer science there, and I'm also a reservist in the United States Marine Corps. So, I mean, I learned a lot of like discipline while I was in my service, and while I'm still continuing to serve. And I feel like that really applies well to the business. And Golden, he has a lot of discipline naturally. You know, I feel like that's another thing we can help in terms of helping younger entrepreneurs, is being able to tell yourself to get up, do this, motivate yourself, and not slack off anything, because it's not easy work.